I want everybody to watch this video. It's to do with structured water, what's going in the vials. So I'm going to show you something very quickly. It's only a 2-minute video. That restructures water with neodymium magnets. Now, what we find is, I'll come back to this video, just watch this.
Surrounds a physician in Germany by the name of Dr. Barbel Gitala. Dr. Gitala sees patients. She gathered together in her office in Germany 2 attorneys and another physician. And what she was sharing with them was her concerns over her patients who have been inoculated. And so this is just incredible, Stu, because not only are we going to show you today the blood samples that she's seen, and by the way, she's doing 10, 12, 15, in her words, of her patients per week. So this is overwhelming evidence. But they also got hold of a vial from Johnson & Johnson. They take you through it in their video. I'm going to send you the clip. It'll be on your website. And first, I want to, before we get into what they saw in the vial of Johnson & Johnson injection, I want to take you through these blood smears that Dr. Gitala is revealing, because this is the stunning evidence. In the first picture I'm showing you, picture 1, you see moments, in her words, moments after the patient got to her office. She took her blood smear and immediately put it under the microscope. These are regular microscope pictures, by the way. You can see this very lit up piece in the middle. You can see the blood in the background. They look like coins stacked up. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. In the next picture, Stu, we've marked it picture number 4. You can see this very coiled piece with a metallic sheen. And Dr. Gitala says in the middle here that this coiled...
Now, just stopping it there, I believe that's Bill Gates' effervescent, you know, what was in the vaccines, based on light and electromagnetic. What it does, it strips all the negative ions from the blood.
Structure does not absorb light like the red blood cells do. And then you can see in the background all these red blood cells, and they look like they're all stuck together, which they are. And I wanted to call your attention now to picture number 5 of the blood, where you see this elongated, very shiny tubular structure going through a group of red blood cells. And Stu, what these blood cells demonstrate is a stacking phenomena that's called Rulio. I want to share with your viewers, the Rulio formation of red blood cells is really a stacking of 4 or more red blood cells. And you can see in the photo here of the red blood cells that they just line up like a stack of coins. It's normally found in patients with blood cancers. And I want to just read this. Rulio formation refers to the stacking of 4 or more red blood cells. The red blood cells normally, by the way...
Now remember the word Rulio. That means a cluster of red blood cells, or a cluster that's together, that have lost their electric charge. And that, what looks like a silver wire, is stripping the negative ions from the red blood cells.
Have a negative charge, Stu. That's so that they repel each other, and for good reason, because they're not supposed to stick together under normal healthy conditions. When this material apparently is injected into people, it changes the electron charge to positive, and so that's why they're stacking together and they're clumped.
Right, so that's what we know is in the vials. Now, you need to see the next video, and then I'm going to show you the answer to it.
Human blood. The doctor is drawing blood from a patient's finger. Using a special microscope, we shall be able to see the condition of her body from this drop.
These are red blood cells, and they've lost their electrical charge.
Lost their electrical
charge.
charge.
Stuck together in a formation called a rouleau. Here's a huge symplas. Symplas are associated with heart disease and arthritis and lung disease and many other conditions that...
Now, pass it forward.
Asks the patient to drink a small amount of structured water.
Structured water.
After 12 minutes,
negative
the
ions.
doctor again draws blood from the patient.
12 minutes.
So you can see that the cells then become buoyant, they become slippery, and they have their electrical charge, so they repel each other. That allows them to carry oxygen, and it means that we're changing the pH of the blood back to an aerobic environment rather than an anaerobic environment.
Got it? So strip the negative ions, the blood clusters up, and blood clots. Remember that, blood clots. Put the negative ions back in, the blood becomes buoyant, the pH is corrected, and the oxygen can get around the body. Critical. Now, what I'm going to show you here is, we're going to show you how you can put negative ions back in the water. One of the best ways to do it is what I'm going to show you. The best thing you can do is distill your water first. You then structure it in one of these, which is I showed you at the beginning. You don't need that many magnets. I do with 4 magnets and the little pyramids on the top. That's shungite and magnetite. I'll take it, this is a very early prototype one. The latest ones work great. So what we do, we then take that. What we do to give it its electrical charge, we take a very small pinch of borax. Now the borax is quite important. What the borax does, now that's mixing in, what the borax does, it actually helps the electrical charge to go back into the water. Then what we do, we take it from this and we put it into this hydrogen drinking water generator. Great piece of kit. Structuring water opens up the memory so it accepts what we're going to do next. So then we pour this into here, and then when I turn it on, you'll see the hydrogen being printed into the water. That means that when you drink it, the ionization in the body, just let's have a close look at this so you can see it. Let's have a close look at that. So now you can see from the magnesium oxide plate in the bottom, it's conditioning the water. The water's been prepared to accept this, and when you drink it, the negative ionization takes place, and after 12 minutes, the blood is negatively charged with ions, which makes them buoyant. Critical piece of kit. If you need one, go to Only Results Count. I'm going to do the two together so you can buy the kit with some of the 100% natural borax. And this is what we need, folks. The war is on and we need some defense. You got to get one. Important.